Dear students, in this lecture I will discuss how to convert the general form of equation of line to other standard forms. First I will tell you how to convert the general equation to slope-intercept form. Let us consider the equation of line as capital AX plus capital BY plus C, capital C equal to 0. AX plus BY plus C is equal to 0. Now we convert this equation into the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, is y is equal to mx plus c. In this form, the coefficient of y is 1. So we will keep the term of y in the left hand side and then we will make the coefficient of y equal to 1. So let us transpose the other terms of this general equation in the right hand side. So we can write vy is equal to minus ax minus c. Now to make the coefficient of y 1, dividing both sides by b, this is y is equal to minus a upon b into x minus c upon b. Now you can see that this equation has taken the same form as y is equal to mx plus c, and if you compare, then the value of m is equal to minus a capital A upon b, and the value of y-intercept small c is equal to minus capital C upon b. So we have converted this general form to slope-intercept form, and m is equal to here minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y, and y-intercept is equal to minus c upon b. So this was the conversion from general form to slope-intercept form. Now let us move to the other form, which is intercepts form. And in the intercept form, we have the equation x upon a plus y upon v equal to 1. Here a is the x-intercept and b is the y-intercept. So to bring that form, we need the coefficient of x as well as y equal to 1. For that, first transpose the constant term of the general equation to the right hand side. Now in the intercept form, we have 1 in the right hand side, x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. To bring this equation in this form, now we will bring divide by minus c. So we get ax upon minus c plus by upon minus c is equal to 1. So we have brought 1 in the right hand side. Now we need to make the coefficient of x 1. So we can write this is equal to x upon, we can write this a upon minus c as minus c upon a plus y upon minus c upon b equal to 1. Because if you take the reciprocal of the denominator, then it will be a upon minus c, and here it will be b upon minus c. Now these two have the same form, that is x upon something plus y upon something equal to 1. So this a is the x-intercept of in the intercept form, and b is the y-intercept in the intercept form. So x-intercept of this the line ax plus by equal plus c equal to 0 is a is equal to minus c upon a, coefficient constant term upon coefficient of x, and y intercept b is equal to minus c upon b, that is the coefficient of minus coefficient of constant term upon the coefficient of y. So now we have converted the general form to intercepts form. One more form is left now. Tell you how to convert the general form to normal or perpendicular form. Normal or perpendicular form is, general form is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, and normal or perpendicular form is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. Here, P is the length of the perpendicular from the origin on the line, and it makes this perpendicular or normal makes an angle alpha with the x-axis. So we need to find the P and alpha also here, and we will convert this general form to this form. For that, we will first transpose the constant term to the right hand side. Keeping in mind that it should be positive. Here we cannot tell whether it is positive or negative, because C value of C will decide whether on transposing to the right hand side it will be positive or negative. For example, if you have the equation as 3x plus 4y minus 5 is equal to 0. Now in this case 3x plus 4y equal to 5, it is positive. But if we take the equation as 3x plus 4y plus 5 equal to 0, if you transpose the constant term to the right hand side, it becomes negative. So we have to keep it positive, means this side should be positive. For that, we multiply by minus 1. So if you multiply by minus 1, then left hand side becomes minus 3x minus 4y, and right hand side is plus 5. Now you can apply the conditions to solve it further. So what we need to do here, that we need to keep it positive in the right hand side. For that, if it is negative, multiply by minus 1. Now the next step will be divide both sides by under root of a square plus b square. Means that is the square root of the sum of the squares of the coefficient of x and y. We need to divide it. So if we divide both sides, then ax plus by upon under root of a square plus b square is equal to minus c upon under root of a square plus b square. Regarding the positive value, I have told you by taking these two examples. Now, if we separate it further, we get ax upon under root of a square plus b square plus by upon under root of a square plus b square is equal to minus c upon under root of a square plus b square. Now, if you compare this equation with this form, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p, you get the coefficient of x, this is cos alpha. Cos alpha is equal to a upon under root of a square plus b square. And the coefficient of y, that is y, b upon under root of a square plus b square, this is sin alpha. And in the right hand side, this value is the length of perpendicular. Now by checking the sign of the value of cos alpha and sin alpha, we can find the quadrant in which the angle alpha lies. We can also find tan alpha if we divide 10 sin alpha by cos alpha, we get b upon a. So by observing these three values, we can determine the quadrant of the angle alpha in which it lies. So with this we can calculate alpha, and the value of t is here. So now the equation has been transformed into the normal or perpendicular form. Now I will illustrate the whole procedure by taking a question. Convert the general equation root 3x plus y plus 2 in the slope-intercept form, in the intercepts form, and in the normal or perpendicular form, and tell the various values. So first I will convert this into slope-intercept form. For slope-intercept form, we need to transpose all the values except y. So if I transpose both these values to the right hand side, y is equal to minus root 3x minus 2. Now if I compare it with the equation y is equal to mx plus c, then on comparing coefficient of x is minus root 3, the slope of the line is minus root 3. And the y-intercept is minus 2. Now I will convert this general equation to the form intercepts form. In the intercept form, we have the equation x as x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. This is the intercept form. In this form, the denominator of x is the x-intercept and denominator of y is the y-intercept. So let us consider this root 3x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now transpose the constant term to the right hand side. Under root 3x plus y equal to minus 2. Now dividing both sides by 2, minus 2, we get under root 3x upon minus 2 plus y upon minus 2 is equal to 1. I can further write this as x upon minus 2 upon root 3 plus y upon minus 2 is equal to 1. Because if you take the reciprocal of this, you get root 3 x upon minus 2. Now the denominator of x gives you the x-intercept and denominator of y gives you the y-intercept. So in this case, the x-intercept is equal to minus 2 upon root 3 and the y-intercept is equal to minus 2. I will tell you how to convert this general form to normal or perpendicular form. For converting to normal or perpendicular form, we transpose the constant term to the right hand side. Now make it positive. How will you make it positive? If we multiply by minus 1 in both sides, you can write this implies that minus under root 3x minus y is equal to 2. Means we have to keep the right hand side positive because you know the length of perpendicular is always positive. Now the next step is to divide by under root of a square plus b square in both sides. So here the coefficient of x is minus root 3 and coefficient of y is 1. So dividing by minus root 3 square plus minus 1 square in both sides. This value is equal to my minus under root 3 square is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, square root of 4, square root of 4 is equal to 2. So we need to divide both sides of this equation by 2. So if I divide by 2, then I get minus under root 3 upon 2x minus y upon 2 is equal to 1. Now if I compare this with the form x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to t, then the value of cos alpha is minus root 3 upon 2. And the value of sin alpha is minus 1 upon 2. And if I divide sin alpha by cos alpha, that is tan alpha is equal to sin alpha upon cos alpha minus 1 upon 2 divided by minus root 3 upon 2, which is equal to 1 upon root 3. So from this we get that the value of cos alpha is negative, value of sin alpha is also negative, and value of tan alpha is positive. Now from ASPC rule you can see this angle lies in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, tan alpha is positive, sin and cos alpha is negative, means this angle lies in the third quadrant. Now I can write this angle tan alpha is equal to 1 upon root 3, and this is the value of tan of pi by 6. Tan of pi by 6, and I can write this is equal to tan pi plus pi by 6, because in the third quadrant 180 plus theta, tan 180 plus theta is equal to tan theta, so this gives the value equal to tan of pi upon 6, and if we solve it, this is 7 pi by 6. Tan 7 pi by 6 is equal to tan pi by 6, but value of tan 7 pi by 6 and tan pi by 6 is same, but the angle lies in the third quadrant, so the angle alpha is equal to 7 pi by 6, and the value of length of perpendicular we can see, and this is equal to 1. So we have converted this general form to normal or perpendicular form. So with this, today's session is over. Like and subscribe my channel for new videos and press the bell icon. Thank you, students.